Welcome back. This is Monty, back again from DPL Surveillance Equipment. Today I'm doing my 5-mile walk. I'm over here again at Mission Oaks Park in Camarillo, and decided to make a quick video. This is not going to be too long and drawn out. Basically, let me let the plane go over. Okay, so I think, let's see here. There we go. Little by little, we're gonna get there, okay? I think it's relatively quiet. I dare that plane break up my peace and quiet and serenity while I record a video. Let's see, I'm owner of DPL Surveillance Equipment. I run a full-service surveillance and security equipment company, and we're a web-based operation. And basically, let's see here. Let's get right into the video. I'm reading about Bitcoin ETF approvals. In this particular article, the author or the person who wrote the article is talking about Bitcoin needs ETF approval in order to be legitimate, in order to add some sense of legality to Bitcoin. And I think it's already been determined. I don't know whether or not this journalist got the memo or not, but I think a number of Bitcoin enthusiasts and maximalists, including the famous Andreas Antonopoulos, we've already concluded that we really don't want or need Bitcoin ETF approval. We don't need we don't need anyone to say that Bitcoin is legitimate now. We've moved past that point. If there's going to be an ETF approval, fine. If not, that's fine as well. Considering what has been going on in the traditional financial markets, and I just made a podcast and a long, drawn-out article that the podcast itself was probably like almost an hour long. I went into significant detail regarding how HSBC, UBS, Wells Fargo, Deutsche Bank, JP Morgan Chase, Goldman Sachs, all of the usual suspects have been manipulating the markets, manipulating futures contracts on gold and oil and stocks, and the derivatives markets have been manipulated and by the same companies, same banks, same financial institutions. And there's been settlements upon settlements upon settlements. JP Morgan Chase actually settled for like a record $13 billion. Deutsche Bank is still embroiled in major money laundering scandals every day. Wells Fargo is going to lay off 26,000 people because of the way the scandals that they've been involved with have impacted that company. UBS, same thing, manipulation, money laundering. So I just want to make sure that the SEC gets the message here. We don't need we don't need approval, or we don't need someone telling us Bitcoin is not transparent enough, Bitcoin is not reliable, Bitcoin is not safe and secure. You guys haven't proved that you are capable of regulation, or that you're capable of understanding derivatives as issued by some of the major financial institutions that you're supposed to be working with. When you have settlement upon settlement upon settlement with those institutions because you're too lazy or too stupid to learn how to regulate them and to get them to comply, then obviously who needs that to go on in the Bitcoin space? It just doesn't make any sense. Again, when you regulators and different people, government agencies, when you figure out what you're doing with gold and derivatives and futures and Forex pricing, American Express was also caught red-handed, manipulating currency exchange rates. Deutsche Bank, I think, was the Forex, and Wells Fargo was doing Forex manipulation, charging customers too much money for foreign exchange transactions. I mean, the list just goes on and on and on. So anyway, you guys are incompetent. You don't know what you're doing, And I think we're gonna be just fine in the Bitcoin space. We're still relatively young, and we got to get the kinks and bugs out. But at some point, the current financial system, the fiat-based system, is going to collapse, and you guys and everyone else will be begging, trying to figure out who do you sleep with in the Bitcoin space in order to get into it. So when the current again when the current system gets well into the collapse, which is happening right now, you guys are going to be begging for cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin and for technology such as the blockchain incentivized with the Bitcoins. So again, you guys, make sure you understand, especially you Bitcoiners out there, you enthusiasts and maximalists, we don't need to push Bitcoin on anybody. We don't need a government stamp of approval. Those thieves and those crooks and just incompetent people out in the government and in the current financial sector, they will ruin everything for us, okay? We don't need that. So let's keep going on the trajectory that we're going on now. We'll get organic growth. The current system will totally self-destruct, and they will be begging for Bitcoins. They'll be begging for access to this new alternative economic model based upon the Austrian School of Economics versus the Keynesian School of Economics. Anyway, I'm going to cut this video short, but anyway, hold your ground, keep the faith, and just make sure we don't need to do anything. Bitcoin is the pin that bursts the bubble. Okay, you guys have a great day, and we'll talk later. Bye.